Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets, and we've got the iconic Spyderco stovepipe to do a disassembly and cleaning on today. This was loaned to me by Mr. Eddie, and his contact information will be there in the description below. But he has entrusted me with disassembly and cleaning of this one, so let's give it a shot. Alright, I'm going to start here and carefully back that screw out. Okay, and then we'll switch to a T10 for it was a T8 on the body screw, and a T10 for the pivot screw. Again, trying to be very careful with this. And as you can see, it's got a good bit of Loctite on it. So I'm going to drop it in the alcohol there. And carefully see if we can get this to make sure I've got everything. I'm looking down in there, and it should separate. I've never taken one of these apart, so y'all bear with me as I carefully make sure that I have done what I was supposed to, because normally things will pop apart. However, this seems to be fitted really good. And I don't want to mess up a knife that's not mine, so let's just see if that, let's try not to close the blade up on me. It's fairly late at night, and I don't wish to spend any time in an emergency room. Alright, I'm going to back out this other screw, body screw, and wouldn't hurt to do anyways. Of course, that's on the shorter side, and now everything just jumped apart. Alright. What I want to do is not scratch the blade. Alright, come on now. Here we go. Alright, and everything slides apart. Alright. This side did not want to give up. So interesting. It feels like it's actually being trapped. And it may be. Okay. That's very cool, actually. It feels like that side's actually being trapped in there. And I can see it moving. But it doesn't want to let go. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Nonetheless, we have it apart. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. And we have these little washers. I did not know that was on washers, but Spyderco does like to use washers a good bit, which can be good. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It can help provide stability and reduce side to side play. And we'll get that lock face there. This is one of those blades that are knives that look funny, but once you get it in hand, it's like, hey, this fits well in hand, and I can see how that would be a very cool knife to use. Now, Mr. Eddie's told me to carry it and use it. So, I am cleaning it up in preparation for carrying it tomorrow. Get this back under there. All I'm doing is just wiping everything down, and we'll give it a minute to dry while we pull the washers out and wipe those down. And pull the pivot out. Again, I'll switch back to the T10 for this. In fact, I don't need that. I'll just use that to help me shine it up. Okay. Set that off to the side. And then grab the pivot screw. And again, use that to help turn the screw while I back it out. Try to get some of that Loctite out. Alright, looking pretty good. Let's wipe up my mess. I don't know that it would be a proper disassembly and cleaning if I didn't make some sort of mess. Alright, so I believe this is here. I believe it is. And I believe also that this is going to fit just like that. Alright. It doesn't look like that's completely tied. So we'll have to remember that if we have an issue. And this should just fit up in there like so. We want to rotate it to the back because the D-shaped pivot hole here is toward the back. So we want to try to get everything lined up, or so will line up when I put that on. Alright. Okay, I think this is going to be here. And unlike if you look at my Jumbo disassembly and cleaning, this one's a little different in that it's the washers are not trapped by the pivot barrel. It would help if I did it correctly, wouldn't it? And I think that one's going to go this way. Some folks, and if this were mine, I would probably polish the washers a little bit, but again, this isn't mine, so I'm going to not do that. Alright, that should go right in there. Oh, let's take this, a little bit of alcohol, clean that out. Found a little bit of grime that I wanted to get out of there. Alright, and that should fit. Let's try to take tension off that. Here we go. And we may have to turn. Let's see if this is a T10. It's not. Where did T10 get to? We may have to turn that pivot. What I'm trying to do is turn that D so that it's properly. There we go. I think. Come on now. Don't come apart now. All right. I'm actually going to take and put this one back in. To try and hold things together. Because I do want to put a little bit of and I may have done this just a hair difficult than it should have been, but that's a lot of what happens when you're cleaning a knife for the first time and you're not exactly sure the best way to do it, because you will find that some knives there's just little things that you can do to make things go a little bit more smoothly. All right, I'm going to try to lay this here and get that T10 back on there, and take the cap off here, put a little bit of Loctite on there, and then get this together. And we're still not quite there. There we go. Alright, actually it looks pretty good. Again, top tolerance is here, so I'm just making sure it's not rubbing. And actually looking pretty good. Alright, I'm going to tighten all the screws down. I think the body screws are still not quite tightened, and that's true. Same here for the clip screw / body screw. And I want to get those snugged up. Alright, there you have it. That's a disassembly and cleaning of the Spyderco stovepipe, and just kind of see how it kind of melts in hand. Very nice. And as I open and close this a few more times, that'll start distributing that oil, and we should be good to go. Again, I appreciate y'all watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Like and leave a comment. Again, as I've mentioned on other videos, if you leave a comment on how you've found out the best way to do something, that might help me learn to do it just a little bit better. And a few more times, and I might get fairly good at it. So I do appreciate it again. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.